Is this you? Are you one of those who you like, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired? I am so tired of carrying everything and everyone. I had an instance the other day when a sis told me, and she's phenomenally 50 plus, she said, I'm sick and tired of when I come home, I don't know what I'm walking into. If that is you, you are in the right place. That kind of tired that no amount of sleep, no nap is even going to fix. You're in the right place. So, welcome to today's segment of the Midlife and Menopause Moment. I'm so glad you're here because what I want to share with you are four natural fatigue fixes. Now, the fatigue, that tired, honey, so tired you don't even have an R on there that I'm talking about. Um, it's emotional, it's mental, it's my shoulders are weak, honey. Not weak. My shoulders are tired. They're slumping. I can't carry it anymore. That type of exhaustion. All right. So we're talking about exhaustion, stress, and menopausal. Are you that? If so, I want to share with you very quickly today four natural midlife fatigue fixes. So, in case you don't know who I am, let me reintroduce myself. I am Dr. Michelle Clay. That's Michelle like Obama, Clay like Cassius. I am a physician, certified holistic health counselor, and clinical nutritionist, and the founder and creator of Freeality. And Freeality is a premium wellness experience. Don't I look well? Amen and amen. This is 54. This is what a Freeality 54 looks like. And through my retreat experiences, wellness coaching programs, because I bridge that conventional medicine knowledge with the wisdom of ancient healing natural practices with my certification in holistic health and my premium loose leaf herbal teas, which are really, honey, they're not teas. They are relaxing escapes of wellness in the cup. Then I help the fabulous women over 40 maneuver midlife transitions and menopause symptoms naturally with grace and ease. So let's get into it. So today's segment of the midlife and menopause moment is brought to you by BAM! Release Your RoyalTEA. All right. And so I'll get into a little bit later because that is one of the four natural methods for relief of midlife fatigue. Okay. So number one is, why am I doing this? Why I'm doing this, as you can see, I'm in a beautiful, amazing, tranquil place. And the place that I am in is Fox Lake. And Fox Lake is on the National Historic Register for African American resorts. It's about 40 minutes north off of I-69 of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we're about, I think, 20 miles from the Michigan state line. So growing up, the people that typically come up here are from Indianapolis, Toledo, Chicago, Detroit. Detroit's about 2 hours north of the road, honey. But this is a place where you can get your life together. And for me, it's the only place that for real feels like home and always has. I grew up on this lake. I don't know if you can see it behind me. I'm on the front deck. I don't know if you can see it behind me. But anyway, so I was at the point and I remember telling a friend of mine, I said, girl, I'm just tired. And she said, well, have you been getting enough sleep? I said, it's not that tired. I'm that kind of tired where I'm tired of holding everybody up. I'm tired. Tired of holding everything. I don't mean holding things in with emotions. A lot of y'all do that. But when you're that go-to person, when you're that person that people know they can call you at 12 o'clock midnight or 12:30 a.m. With a crisis, then when they need a word, that you're that person. You're that person who may be in this midlife caring for two and three generations, okay? Caring for your parents, burying your parents, making their arrangements, whatever the case may be, and caring for adult children. Something that the sister's been telling me is that, you know what? I'm tired of having to reparent my children. You in your 20s, you're in your 30s. Why am I having to parent you like you're in eighth grade? I'm tired without the R. That tired. So there's a couple of things that I want you to do. Number one, we're going to use a drop plan. So remember that. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. DROP, the drop plan for naturally fixing fatigue, midlife fatigue. Okay. Number one is that D, delegate and delete. Now, one thing that I do, I delegate in my mind, I delete in my mind. Once I get to a point where I'm like, you know what, this is no longer serving me. This is not getting me to my highest good. It's not adding value to my life. And in that life, it's not about money, honey. It might be value to my psyche, my value to my calm, value to my peace, value to my wellness, value to my joy, value to my pleasure. Then I will delete it. And once, if you know anything about cancer, person, particularly a cancer woman. Once I say I'm done, baby child, I am done. I am done. And I will delete it from my mind so much so that I will forget it ever existed. Delete. So in that delegate, sometimes it's difficult for us as women, particularly Black women, to delegate. We may have control issues, and that control issues, the real root of it is not control. The real root of it is fear and distrust. Okay. So what has been helpful for me is doing what I call a brain dump. You know, when you got a lot of things milling around in your mind, I just will take any piece of paper and then just write down all my thoughts, all the things that need to be done, um, all the things that I want, all the things I feel that I need. I dump it out of my brain. And once I have done that dump, then I can see, well, honey, what's really yours? What's not? What can you delegate? What really is not a priority? And you can delete that. Okay. So that's the D. The R is Release Your Royalty. Remember, she's the sponsor of today's episode. Release Your Royalty. The beauty about Release Your Royalty, let's take a sip. I don't want to spill on my, oh, y'all can see up there. See, she's beautiful. She's purple. Let's take a sip. Cheers to you and your peace. Okay. And reclaiming your peace and releasing and rejuvenating and replenishing. That's what I'm up here doing, honey. I'm replenishing. So the beauty about Release Your Royalty is that, well, let me tell you what's in here. So the anchoring herb is purple leaf tea. Okay. Purple leaf tea is only grown in the Kenyan mountains. Every time I sip, I get a little bit of home. Amen. Amen. What gives her the beautiful purple hue is butterfly pea flower. And butterfly pea flower, if you add certain things like maybe some lemon or lime, sometimes she can change different colors. Butterfly pea flower can be anywhere from like a fuchsia all the way to this deep purple that you see. Okay, she has ashwagandha in her. Ashwagandha. She has blueberries in her. Okay, wild crafted blueberries, dried blueberries. All right. Let me see. Let me see. This is not little stuff. This is not tea dust, as you can see. You seeing roots. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. So the beauty about this is the purple leaf tea is a fantastic antioxidant. When we are chronically stressed, then it sets up like a chronic inflammation within our body. And a lot of the thought is that that is some of the root cause of diseases, chronic inflammation. I'm not just talking about the inflammation that be around your joints. I'm talking about on the cellular level, okay? So purple leaf tea has more antioxidants in it than even green tea. The butterfly pea flower is what gives calm. That's what helps with those anxious feelings, those anxious thoughts. Mm-hmm. The ashwagandha is what helps with stress. It's known as an adaptogen. An adaptogen is something that a classification of herbs that actually helps protect the body from the debilitating effects of stress. Remember, chronic stress affects you literally from your hair, might begin some alopecia, some thinning, all the way down to your toenails. Okay, brittle nails. All right, less vitamin B. Okay, Let's take a sip on that. So the thing about this with the R, with the Release Your Royalty, that is very important. And as I have shared with you, it has ingredients in it that scientifically are proven to help release stress, and particularly in the case with the ashwagandha, protect the body from the adverse effects of stress. Okay, let's take a sip on that. Oh, girl, she's some good. And let me tell you what I do is I've added some raw honey to this, and I've added just a hit of cayenne pepper because it helps draw out even more of the essence of the herbs. Of it like elevates the experience and elevates the benefits that your body receives. Hey cousin, hey cousin. Next in our drop plan of 4 natural midlife fatigue fixes. Oh, and ashwagandha not only helps with stress, but it helps with your focus and it helps with energy. Not helping with energy in a way that you're going to be up, that you can't sleep, and this is that and the third, but it's just like a surge where you feel like you can make it through the day. All right. So next in our drop plan is going to be O. So O stands for own your peace, own your boundaries. All right. If you know that you don't just need to take a nap, you need for real rest, not just a minute. You need some rest. And rest is a state of mind that will then lead to the state in your body. Amen and amen. So, and that O is also about observe. So once you have owned, created, and owned your boundaries, okay, then you must enforce them so that others observe them. Same way like an electric fence, that even when you have a pet, you have a dog that, honey, he don't want to observe the boundaries. But he has to observe the boundaries because if he gets too close or goes over, it's going to shock his hind parts. Amen and amen. So the O is for owning your boundaries. All right. Owning your boundaries and making sure that others observe them. That's creating, defending, and maintaining your boundaries. All right. So once you have delegated and you have deleted some things, there's a line in the sand. There's a fence that has been created. Nothing needs to come over that fence. Don't even put your pinky toe up on it. Then finally, the P in our drop plan for midlife fatigue fixes. So the P is prioritizing your pleasure. Yes, prioritize your pleasure. I personally believe that you should experience pleasure every day. Now get your minds out the gutter. I'm not just talking about the bedroom, but baby child, that is important. That is important. But pleasure in igniting and activating and having pleasure with all of your senses. I'm in this beautiful, tranquil place, Fox Lake, outside of Angola, Indiana. And every day I wake up and I'm experiencing pleasure with my eyes and seeing this beautiful backdrop. I just literally look out the window and I see the lake behind me. And she's so beautiful. And sometimes when I'm watching the lake, there's a swan family here. There's a mother and a father, swans mate for life, and they have 2 babies. And it brings me such pleasure and joy to see that. I wake up, even when I'm at home, I live in a quiet neighborhood. I wake up and I experience some pleasure by hearing the birds sing. The melodic sounds are so soothing to my soul. I experience pleasure in this cup because the flavor is oh so delicious. Let's take another sip on that. Not only does it taste good, but it feels good to me. I experience pleasure just with feeling. I wear soft pajamas to bed. I put natural body butters that people I actually know have made, all natural ingredients. Hey, cousin. And I put them on my skin, and just touching my skin is soft. And come closer, look. I put natural shea butter that one of my besties, Dr. Tracy, America's burn surgeon, has created with all kind of essential oils that help soothe traumatized skin. Now, I don't have traumatized skin, as you can see, but baby, is there a wrinkle here? Honey, this is a Reality 54. This ain't regular Mama and them's 54. This is a Reality 54, amen. All right. And I even make preparing my tea with my relaxing escape of wellness. Does she have a link? I'll get that to you. It's drshorties.com. Let me put it in the thing. Now, Dr. Shorties helps with traumatized skin. So that's anything that's going to be dry, eczema, sunburns, burns. I used it for my, let me put it like this so it's hyperlinked. I used it on my dad when he was going through radiation. And she said that was one of, oh, I forgot a W. She said that's one of the worst radiation burns she has ever seen. And it helped him tremendously, 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 where his skin all came back. It was literally raw. Like you didn't even see any skin. It was below the surface. It was red. It was bleeding. And he just kept putting on that Dr. Shorties. And then it healed till it was just brown on his neck from the radiation. But even in preparing Release Your RoyalTEA or any of the Reality blends, I take it as a moment to experience pleasure, to pause. That's another P. To pause. And I don't just mean the perimenopause, menopause, okay? But to pause and to breathe. To pause and to breathe. You have to wait in order to prepare your tea. A watch pot never boils. So you can't rush it. And then once you have poured the water in and it's piping, it's boiling hot, you have to pause. You have to wait until it's cool enough to drink. And sometimes to help that process, you may inhale and exhale and blow. And then you take a sip. And the pleasure of the flavor washing over all of your taste buds. And the pleasure of the warmth washing down your esophagus and soothing your soul and calming you down and helping you to focus. This was my blend that I drink every day last year when I would go visit my dad, when I would take care of my dad sitting in the hospital. After the hospital, hospitals can be very draining. Every day after he passed, every day in preparing his memorial service arrangements, every day during the actual day of his service, every day after, because I was sad and I was hurting and I was grieving and I was scared to be on the earth without parents. Come on, Aunt. I've been drinking it ever since the other day, picking up his ashes from the mortuary. They had his ashes for 11 months. I asked 3 times for them to send them to me, and they said, okay, we will, and didn't. So I had to drive up here to retrieve them. Y'all can check my stories for that. So just even in this moment, creating a pleasurable moment, and each moment adds onto the next until you don't feel that tired anymore, little by little. We can't always change our situations, but we can change how we look at it. We can change how we respond and not react to them. And I want you to know that in your response, it's okay to cry. It is okay to cry. Because actually, when you cry and you release that holy water, then what you're doing, some of the stress hormone is actually in those tears. And all of this helps in the midlife transitions. It helps you release, it helps you recharge. People have said that when drinking this, it helps them sleep better. And in that sleep, not just sleep, but rest. You know that woman, she was like, go lay down. Sometimes you got to go and lay down, not to sleep, but just to rest. Not to just give yourself a minute, but to give yourself a moment. Yes, tears are cleansing. You know how after you feel all this emotion and then you cry, you like, whew, I needed that. Because it's a releasing, it's a cleansing. And when we're all pinned up like this, we need to release. We need to release. Sometimes you need to release before stepping into your house. Like the sis said, sometimes when I come home, I don't know what I'm walking into. Every day is something. I don't know what I'm walking into. And sometimes pulling into your driveway and sitting in your car, you need to cry, you need to breathe, you need to pause. You need to go through the drop plan, okay? You need to delegate, you need to delete, you need to release. You need to own your boundaries. You need to have a plan for others to observe your boundaries. And then P, take a pause and come back to your pleasure. Make your pleasure a priority. All right? So that's all I have for today. So I thank you for that. And I thank you for joining me live. And I thank you to the replay viewers. And so for even more, on tomorrow, I am doing, oh, I'm not typing properly. I am doing the Midlife Reset, 5 steps to thriving wellness over 40. It is really a midlife and menopause masterclass. And I invite you to join me. It starts at 7 p.m. EST. And I get into even more of a 5-step GPS to get you to the grace and ease of midlife transitions, to get you to the grace and ease of being over 40, or in my case, phenomenally 50 plus. Sometimes I got people over there, baby, they 60, they sassy 60. Okay, they are sassy 60 and still experiencing not only symptoms of menopause, because post-menopause is forever, ever, but those symptoms of just being tired, of just being mentally, emotionally exhausted and drained, of those symptoms of I'm tired of carrying and holding everybody. I need to know what's for me. Okay, I need this time just for me. So, yeah, Cousin Terry, I didn't realize you was sensational 70s. You just so young and vibrant. She said, thanks, cuz I missed the first part, but I enjoyed. I still experience at 76. Yes, studies show that there are women who can experience the vasomotor symptoms of hot flashes and night sweats on up into their 70s. And so there are natural solutions that you can do, because everybody doesn't want to take synthetic hormones, and that's okay. I get it. I have a strong family history of breast cancer, so that's not something that I want to do. So Cousin Terry, definitely come on over to the Reset Over 40. You can register at resetover40.com. I put the link in the comments. I will do it again. www. Uh-oh, I'm typing wrong. Y'all know I can't talk and type. resetover40.com. All right. And if you can't make it, if you just want to reach out to me, I can give you some natural solutions that will definitely help. All right. Um, so yeah, I hope this was helpful for everybody. I thank you for joining me. I thank you to the replay viewers. I'm your sister in this struggle. Yeah, I look youthful, but baby, I have to do these things on a daily basis so that I don't have the brain fog, so I don't have the fatigue, so I don't have the hot flashes, so I don't have the mood swings. It's been something here lately. So thank you. So I look forward to seeing y'all again next week, because this is every Monday at 12 p.m. EST, like a little lunchtime learn. But so much more than learn. It's a midlife and menopause moment. And please do share, what's the moment that you have had today. Thank you. Blessings and love. Blessings and love to you too. So everyone, I want you to, oh, and if you want me to release your royalty, that's at freeality.com. Y'all can see how to spell it. Freeality.com. Let me put it in the comments, honey. P www.freeality.com. Okay. You'll see it on the front page, but this is part of the women's wellness collection and part of the relaxation collection, because she gives you a sense of relaxation. Don't I look relaxed? Amen. Well, I'm up here too. So thank you, everyone. I want you to have a positive rest of your day. I want you to be well. I want you to do something well and wonderful for yourself. I want you to honor yourself, okay? Because you deserve it. You're worthy. And it's time, sis. It's time for you. All right, y'all. Much love. Mwah! Dr. Michelle signing off.